Need some confectioner's sugar or some powdered sugar, some loaf of bread, should be white. You're going to need some honey flavored or vanilla flavored yogurt, some cinnamon sugar. If you don't have it already pre-mixed in a container, you can use brown sugar and cinnamon separately to make the outer coating. Then you're going to need to pre-make some eggs and some sausage patties. So you'll need to make 1 egg, 1 sausage patty per extreme French toast that you're planning on doing. So you'll need to do your eggs and sausage first. I did the sausage, then the eggs, fried them up and got them ready. And now I have my pan getting ready for the actual French toast. So your first step here before you assemble them is to go ahead and just with butter only, you're going to pre-toast one side. So when you pre-toast it, you do need it to get pretty crispy. Then we're going to throw another butter ball in the skillet. Just go down. Now we're going to do some very quick assemblies. So we're going to take this mixture and we are super dosing by dunking the corners and the one side that is non-toasted. And we're going to place that directly down in our pan. Now you have to do this pretty quick to get them to turn out even. So in this batter, there are 3 eggs, 1 cup of the honey yogurt, and 1 tablespoon of the cinnamon sugar. And then you just beat it with a fork. Let it sit here and wait. Now that quantity, I'm only making 3 of these literally this morning, will make approximately 8 to 10 of these sandwiches. So the first layer of this is going to be our sausage. And we're just going to stack that right in as we have these already in the pan. We're going to layer the egg. So we're already going to go ahead and flip these together. Now it's going to finish cooking on both sides. And we need to get that super toasty. Now the yogurt will make kind of like a little kind of a milky skim mess off to the side. I always just flip it, drag it out with your spatula. And then you don't want to turn them until you know that they are toasty. So you can kind of watch the edges. And if you don't have your pan hot enough, it also won't correctly sear. If you get it too hot, you're going to burn it. So it's a pretty good balance. So on my stove, it's 5, which does this pretty well. And then, of course, we'd already pre-cooked the sausage and the eggs. You could never cook that while you're just sitting here forming the sandwich. It's not going to take that long in the pan. And you want to flip it, and I was trying to get you that top. You can see where the egg's cooking in nicely. So let that egg and yogurt that we soaked into the one side of the bread cook it very nicely. And then at this point, I've turned them once. I'm going to start smashing these down. I want to make sure I'm smashing it so that I'm getting out any of the residual liquid part of our batter, which contains raw egg. And as that other side is cooking, I'm going to prepare the topping for this side. So we're going to take our confectioner's sugar, and we're just going to sprinkle carefully confectioner's sugar right on top of this. And yes, we are going to flip this one more time. And the sugar will pick up some of that butter flavor and get grilled right in. Take that. When you flip it, you just want it to land with all the powdered sugar right on top of that bread still. Now we're going to prepare this side. Now we wanted to make sure that it was primarily mostly cooked through, toasted to our desired crisp level here, before we had flipped it that first time. Once the powdered sugar side is done, it doesn't take long for it to toast up and start soaking in that sugar. You almost get little crunchy pieces of sugar clusters on one side, which actually tastes excellent when you're eating it. Tastes good, gives it good texture. And we're going to keep flipping it until we do not have any literal white powdered sugar visible on our extreme French toast. So you'll notice that they're getting smaller and thinner, more like a size of a Texas toast, if you would have used that for regular French toast. They're starting to stay together very well. Again, we want to flip it and cook, and you can kind of test the sides, push on it. And the butter is already on it because we used it in the pan. We did not use oil. Don't use oil. There we go. I love my wooden spatulas, as I believe they are called, but they're not the easiest to pick this stuff back up. I don't like using plastic. Obvious reasons it gets in our bodies. We have a problem where we've already ingested all this plastic that we encounter. So I'm definitely not going to add to that problem by using plastic spatulas. And there you can see we have a beautiful extreme French toast piece ready to go. And all it needs is a little bit of syrup. So now I have used the rest of that batter. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to toast up. And this time I'm not going to make sandwiches out of them. So part of a strategy for weekly cooking has got to be to reduce your workload later, right? So we had an amazing breakfast. We've already eaten that. So the rest of our batter, I went ahead and I'm making 4 pieces of regular style French toast out of it. So what I will do, and I've got the sugar on again, so everything except for putting them together, so I didn't have to toast one side up front like I did with the sandwich. On these, I will get them out tomorrow morning, throw them in the regular toaster, and when they pop up, they're just crispy. They taste great, and it's ready to go. So then I have breakfast already pre-made for us for tomorrow. Just works great. If you wanted to do a larger batch, I have done that in the past as well. Made them all up, and then I would freeze them in small units in freezer bags, and then I would just put them in the freezer. So when we wanted breakfast, all we had to do is get that out. Think of it kind of like an Eggo or something like that you've bought in at the store, but instead it's your own, and it tastes great, and it's good for you, and you know what's in it. Enjoy.